So first, I'll just introduce myself. So I'm Henry Giroux, and I sit on the Indigenous Advisory Committee. I am the family facilitator with Braiding the Sweetgrass at Hull Services. And I'm just going to read our mission statement, and then I'll go into the call to action that I felt we address. And there may be others, and there may be more. This was really difficult for me to pick the one that I thought best served the purpose for today. Braiding the Sweetgrass guides Indigenous families through the effects of intergenerational trauma to a place of well-being. Families experience culture, community, and reconnection on their journey of healing. So the call to action that I chose was number 14. We call upon the federal government to enact an Aboriginal Languages Act that incorporates the following principles. So I picked Principle 4, the preservation, revitalization, and strengthening of Aboriginal languages and cultures are best managed by Aboriginal people and communities. So Braiding the Sweetgrass addresses the strengthening of Indigenous culture through some of the guiding principles that we developed in our project framework. By providing culturally relevant program is important for healing. So it's kind of like Western therapeutic approaches are catching up to Indigenous ways of knowing. And building and sustaining a sense of community is a critical part among Aboriginal people. So living and engaging in community has always been central to Indigenous life. So by connecting to an Indigenous community here in Calgary, as we're all guests from Treaty 7, I myself from Treaty 8, it's hard to have that sense of community when your community is 8 hours away, or 10 hours, or 2 provinces away. So connection to Indigenous culture builds a sense of self. Aboriginal culture, language, and spirituality increases participants' sense of belonging and connectedness. So how we do this through our practical foundations is traditional healing. So culture is good medicine. So traditional healing refers to a range of interventions, therapies, and ceremonies, such as sharing circles, sweat lodges, we've had pipe ceremony, we have a feast, we have a celebration, and we smudge at every group. In our service delivery, how we address this is we have elder support. So elders will be consistent present in our groups. So we always have 1 to 2, maybe 4 elders at every group that we have with the families. And so from the very beginning of Braiding the Sweetgrass, we've always had Indigenous input, although we're a non-Indigenous agency at Hull Services. From our elder, Casey Eagle speaker, the elders involved in the program, and the Indigenous staff. So all the staff that work in this program are Indigenous, and we're from various nations. So our teachings were shared and implemented throughout the evolution of this program. So Braiding the Sweetgrass cultural component also incorporates many different nations, as it's an urban Indigenous population, and it's multicultural in itself. So an example, I guess, of this would be on Saturday we had a group, and the question that we had in our sharing circle was, what do you feel about your experience or anything, your time with Braiding the Sweetgrass? And so when it got to my turn, I said that I'm so thankful and honored, and it's a blessing to be allowed in families' homes and to be part of their journey. And then I said, and the best part is I can point with my lips and everybody knows where to look. Because Indigenous, that's something that we do. So creating that community and having that laughter and healing has been beneficial. So that is what Braiding the Sweetgrass does. Thank you.